Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I got another deck profile with somebody that's been on the channel before, and that would be Eric. As you can see from the video right here, he's got a very sexy OTS second place winner medallion, it looks like, on his desk here with a Duelist Nexus sneak peek mat going pretty hard in the picture as well. Eric, let us know who you are and what you did in the last couple weeks, man.
Hey guys, I'm Garde, and I would say about a week ago, I got second place at my ATS championship, and then over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I got first place or back-to-back first place at the Duelist Next Sneak Peek.
That's awesome, dude. What deck were you playing?
Good old reliable Dragon Link.
Dragon
It's the
Link.
only deck I know how to play.
Hey, it's a very good deck right now. I think it's a pretty solid choice. You got any shoutouts before we start, dude?
Yeah, I got hella shoutouts.
Let's
So
do it.
shoutouts to my girlfriend for being super amazing and supportive. For the past few weeks, I've just been traveling, to Nats, OTS Championship, Sneak Peek. So shouts to her for being patient. Shouts to my testing circle, the Funky Fresh Boys, especially Oscar, Kirk, and Nick for helping me test prior for these events. And then shouts to my a new team that I'm on and sponsor, Team Brick City. Uh, in the Chicago area is a new team, so hopefully uh, this year we could put up results. And then lastly, shouts to all the Madison guys, especially Ricky for telling me to have fun. And also shouts to the Stapler.
Hey, there we go. All right, dude. Pretty good shoutouts, dude. Huge to hear that you're on a team now. It's pretty awesome. So hopefully you can lead that team to some good results coming up soon. Let's jump into the main deck, man. Let's see what's up.
All right, so starting off for the Bestial, I'll play 3 Lebellion, 3 Magmahut, 3 Sornier, Storm, and Baldred. All right, so talking about these 10 cards right here, is basically standard. You want to max out Sonier because it's the best safer target because not only gets you to Magma, but it lets you jump to Lebellion. So it kind of guarantees you like getting like two the skills if you get uninterrupted. Um, but I also play the Baldrake in the main for this event because I wanted more bestial names, and say if I had to banish the Jurisworm and there's no way for me to recur it, I want another bestial that's really good. So Baldrake was that to help complement the end board. But yeah, so I just stuck with the 11 bestial monsters.
Nice, dude. Bestials go pretty hard. Not gonna lie, dude.
And so, all right, and then for the rocket engine, so I play 2 Tracer, Caliber, Recharger, and Absorber. So these 5 are basically self at this point. Um, Caliber is probably the newest addition to the rocket engine because it's another name that you could summon off from Chaser Effect, but also it being a level 4 and tuner is super important because it helps you go into Anticipator plays where you try to have that set up. So, and then also regain in your spawn trap zone, so you have something to recur back whenever your opponent normal summons or special summons a monster. Yeah, so these 5 rocket monsters.
Yeah, those are looking to be relatively standard now. It seems like when I look at some other profiles, so pretty
Yeah,
good.
and then for my normal summons, I play 3 Safers. I don't need to explain this card. This card is just insane. You just have to play it. And then Black Mail package with Rare MD. So some players they're either playing 1 or 2 copies. I chose to max out 3 of this because it helps fuel your graveyard with lights and darks, and then it's really good for the Bistils because you have something to banish and get them on board. So I chose to max out on this, and then it's also very good under draw. Yeah,
Yeah, see, I I've always been a big fan of the black metal package as well. Usually a little bit heavier. I don't play Dragon Link anymore, but when I did, I definitely liked a couple more than just one or two.
yeah. I think the black mills are super important for this deck. You just need a lot of normal summons for this deck. Sometimes you just don't want to like rely on either safer or the rocket monsters. You usually want to keep mostly the rocket monsters in your hand. But yeah,
Right.
and then for the chaos monsters, uh, black dragon, white dragon. Levineer. No Emperor. Just during testing, it did not come up a lot, and it's just the card is just very mid in my opinion. I felt it wasn't really necessary to put in the deck, so I just opted to cut it. But I think these three you definitely need to play.
Right, those three cards are busted.
Yeah. And then for the spell cards, Boost Sector, Ravine, you just need to play one of each card. So they're easily searchable. But yeah, you don't need to play multiple copies of this. And then for the good spell cards, Chaos Space and Quick Launch. I feel like I really don't need to explain it because Chaos Space is just really absurd, and then Quick Launch is not once per turn. It's just they're very good cards that you just need to max out,
Yeah,
and you just
those
want to see in your opening hand.
those cards are actually crazy, and it's kind of crazy how something like Quick Launch is still just chilling at 3, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And then I played Branded Regain. No Branded Beast. So this deck was based off of the top 8 and top 64 European list, where they didn't play Branded Beast. The reason why it's just Regain is I'm more so focused on this deck as this deck more of a combo deck, where you just try to end on Seal, Borland, some sort of form of Omni Gates of either Bear or Savage, and then Regain set up with Dissipator and Graveyard, and then Bastille in hand, and then Levy Ripple. That's a lot to say, but that's like the end board that I chose to end on, and it's just super insane. Regain just kind of helps. It gives you follow up. It helps you see what's your next line of play. So I chose this over Beast, and just like Beast was like all right. It just it really sucks when you see it going second, and I just did not want to see that card. I'd rather see Regain because at least Regain lets me draw cards.
Right, yeah. So that's a pretty good take on not having the beast in there. There's usually you see both of them paired together, but Regain definitely I think is the better one for sure.
Yeah. And then for my non-engine, played 3 Nib, 3 Eclipse, and then 3 Talons. All right. So, um, how I focused on this deck is by choosing board breakers, but board breakers that are generically good going first and going second. So these 9 cards are, like I said, good going first, going second. With Nib, usually it's really good if it's paired up with a hand trap. But after seeing how people like play their decks like Cashier, Dragon Link, and like all those like other combo decks, they're not really respecting Nib. So you only just need to rely on like just Nib by itself to break their board. And like for those that don't respect it or respect Nib, they usually have like a weaker board that the deck could easily, play through. Um, Same similar to Eclipse is more so for the Cashier matchup, and I guess Curly as well, where this deck really struggles against Kachira, just because they have like a Macrocosmo, they have Birth, the Fenrir, like all those big monsters. So you wanted cards, or you want to play cards to help break the board, and then set up your own board. So Eclipse was way better than something like Dark Ruler, because you still have to play with the Birth. Um, but yeah, so this kind of deals with everything. It's also good going first against Catcher because if you just set up your board, whatever, you just flip this card, flip down their monster, and just kind of bank on if they have an extender or not. And then Talents is super good. The deck can play through so many hand traps, so even if they like hand trap you at a weird spot, you could just Talents look at their hand and then just continue playing. But yeah, I think these 9 are super good. Not sure if I'm gonna continue playing this specific ratio. Definitely have to play around with it, especially when Duelist Nexus come out, because I definitely think it's gonna be a lot more decks to consider in the format. But
For
yeah,
sure, dude. Yeah, dude, Talent's definitely arguably the best card in the game right now, like as a utility card. It's
yeah,
just so good, dude. So good.
yeah. Yeah. So that was 44 cards in the main deck. We're always going over 40. But yeah. Um, and then extra deck, Field Center, token cards. Oh, shouts to Darren Hahn for being the best Sky Striker player.
Hey, dude, I need to get that field center.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shots to Kaiba too.
Hell yeah.
Huh. Right. Uh, so with the links, we have Striker Dragon, Disney, Rom, Seals, Triple Burst, and Borland. So these are your like Dragon Link monsters. Um, I think you need to play at least six. I know some people like to play the second seal, but there's a card that I cut to fit in, and just like second seal. Lately, you just haven't been coming up recently. As long as you know how to manage your resource, you can easily like recycle seal off of either chaos space or regained. But I just felt the second seal wasn't necessary during testing. But yeah, so at least these six Dragon Link monsters.
Yeah, those six are definitely a must, I would say.
Yeah, and then for like the non-Dragon Link monsters, Dark, Unicorn, Talker. Nothing really to explain. I think this is also just standard. Something I was considering playing was the new Sky Striker card, Azalea. Just because it's a free pop. But one of the problems I ran into, especially against Cash, like if they have Goliath set up under their Rise Art, it's just very hard to out it. And I feel like that's mostly the problematic card, just trying to out the Rise Art. So it couldn't make the cut. Maybe in the world where Cashier is not in the format, I'll probably put it back in. But I think just playing at least these three is fine.
Right. Yeah,
And
that
then
Sky Striker link is pretty good.
yeah, for sure. And then for the Synchro monsters, uh, Savage, Scarlight, Baron, and then Dispater. No Chaos Angel. So, reason being is there wasn't any like scenarios where I needed Chaos Angel, and if I did, I was already winning that game. So I made a cut for another card in the extra where you'll see, but it just I felt like Chaos Angel it might have been just a bit win more, and I felt like it wasn't needed. But like these four definitely came in clutch throughout the past few weeks. Obviously, you need these two to help set up your end board because you want some form of omni. This pair is probably the MVP because I will always make this card because this card is so broken. The fact that it lets you target one lighter dark banish monster from either great or either banish zone is super insane. Against the mirror match, you could just steal their monster and then use their own monster for yourself.
That's
Super
crazy.
broken. And then Scarlight is a time card. It
Yep.
did come up a few times, but yeah. I mean, although it's good for time, but it's also good for clear boards. So yeah, with these four super monsters.
So with Pater, you can what? You can like bestial one of their own monsters from their graveyard, banish it, and then you can summon it with Pater if you wanted to. It's kind of gross, dude.
Well, this figure has a yeah, it is kind of like that. Like you could target like any light dark monster in either banished zone, summon on your field, and you can either use it to like push for game, or just like it's just a free like material to go for Borderland or something.
Right.
And again, like I said, against the mirror match, you can steal their safer, steal their Rhythm D, and
Mm-hmm.
just use it for
Just
yourself.
combo.
So I
Yeah.
think that part's like super broken.
It's kind of busted.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely think Spader's like probably one of my new favorite cards. It's just so broken.
Yeah.
And then to round up the extra deck, so I play one Tomb, aka the Boomer LP. Uh, Card definitely came up a lot over the past few weeks. It just sometimes if my opponent interrupts me at weird spots and I need a certain card like a rocket engine, and if I have two bestials, just easily makes a tomb and then gets me to that type of engine. Either if you need safer or a rocket, like I said. But Boomer LP overall.
Yeah, dude. That card's pretty good with the bestial monsters now.
Yeah. So this like covered for the Chaos Angel, and the one that covers for the second seal is Zeus. Kind of weird because most of the time I'm usually attuned this effect, but this is more so for talents against the catch hero. You're literally gonna try to bait out something to trigger a riser, and you just talents trying to steal their monster, and if they let that resolve, you just go battle phase, just declare attack, main phase two, summon Zeus, wipe the whole field, and then continue playing.
That's huge, dude. You flexing on me with
So
that Zeus right there, bro, or what?
it's just ulti. Trust me, I'm too poor
Oh,
for
just
Star.
just just an ulti. That's still pretty good.
Yeah. So
I like that Zeus play,
lastly,
man.
yeah. So that's all the extra deck. For the side deck, so Juris Worm, Tank, and Duster. Uh, I don't need to explain these two. I think these two are just broken. They're always like going in, going second, um, or sometimes Duster going first if I'm playing some sort of Blue Eater deck. So don't need to explain these two cards. But Juris is I wanted another Bestial name against decks where Bestials are very good. So instead of like adding like a second Baldrake, I just added another Juris Worm because it has like it just like it threatens your opponent that they have to remove it without hitting the graveyard, whereas I just get a free send. So I just wanted like another Bestial name. I think Juris was way better than the second Baldrake. But yeah. Um so next I played three Droll. So something that was different. OTS Championship, I was playing three Ash, but for the sneak peek I played three Droll. Um So I'll go over both reasons. So the reason why I played with three Ash is because it was just generic into like any other matchups. For example, like against Branded, like it's just like an FTK button against them. Against Labyrinth, it kind of slows down their engine. Um just like it's really good against road decks, really. Um so I chose to play Ash for that. But for the sneak peek, I did Droll because Duelist Nexus was legal for sneak peek, and I was expecting to play against decks like Vanadium and then Pearlies. So this card just like covers against that. Um, I saw it once though throughout the tournament against Pearly, but it did came in clutch. So I was happy that I played this card. But
Right on, dude.
yeah, so three Droll. Maybe this could be in the main deck in the future. Again, a lot of the new cards they kind of play into Droll, so this card kind of shines at that. So definitely worth testing in the main. Um, so more Kashirahi, um, Kirikara. I guess you could also say is good against Pearly, but Kirikara again. If you just bait out the Riser, you pretty much out their whole board because you just get rid of their Shang because they're probably activating standby base and then the Riser, and then you just go battle phase, speed over the Fenrir, and then you just turn off their bird. So like this card is just very insane going second against Pearly. If you see the card, they're probably gonna activate something in the standby phase, and you just this is how you out the Nor. But yeah, definitely can see myself playing this card in the future. Once doing Duelist Nexus become officially legal.
That card is so good, dude. I love it.
And then three thrusts. This card is also very good. It just allows you to basically search all your broken cards. For example, you could search for talents, you could search for chaos space, also duster. It's just this card is super broken. I don't know why this card is labeled, to be honest. Every time I see it, I feel so safe. Um, just winning. But yeah, definitely a really good card.
Yeah, dude. It's
Um,
one of the best cards in the game as well.
yeah. And then to round up, another card that I could add for us is the FTK card, Eradicator, because this card is not fair against certain matchups. If they have all five spells, you just flip that, you just pretty much win.
Yep.
Um, yeah. Honestly, this could also be D barrier, but I just went with Eradicator. It's just whenever I activate this card, I usually win.
Yeah,
But
especially with your deck, you have a lot of things you contribute with that, so it's pretty easy for you to just slap it on the board on your end board, right?
yeah, it's literally all the Bystials. Like it fulfilled the requirements if you use a Bystial monster because it just requires 25 attack.
Right.
So
Easy.
this card is just auto wins. And yeah, that's the whole deck.
Nice, dude. That's a pretty good deck profile. I appreciate you showing that on the channel, dude. Congrats
Yeah,
again
no
on
problem.
that second place on the OTS and then back to back wins with the duelist next to sneak peeks, dude. That's pretty awesome. Um, so you excited about this new team?
Yeah, definitely looking forward. It's a bunch of new players. We're not really that well known, but we're just hoping to, put some results in. I think it's going to be a good learning experience from my sponsors, also the newer players that are going to be on it, also for me. But
Awesome.
yeah, I'm super hyped, super excited.
Sweet, dude. Good luck in the future. I'm glad you were able to get that deck profile out here. And again, congrats, dude.
Thank you.